Let's call it even. We're square, let's call it even. I'm not gonna lie. I missed you. What's it to you? Why do you care who I'm texting? What's it to you? I didn't mean it like that. Whoa, I didn't mean it like that. That's on you. You made the call, that's on you. I've got your back. Don't worry, I've got your back. Don't sweat it. You're late, don't sweat it. It is what it is. We lost the account. It is what it is. I owe you one. Thanks for covering. I owe you one. Suit yourself. Not coming? Suit yourself. Long story short, we broke up. I'll take that as a yes. No response? I'll take that as a yes. You're telling me. Traffic's insane. You're telling me. Hear me out. Hear me out before you say no. I can't even. He said what? I can't even. Not gonna happen. You want my car? Not gonna happen. That makes two of us. I'm exhausted. That makes two of us. I wouldn't count on it. He'll apologize? I wouldn't count on it. Give me a break. You forgot again? Give me a break. I've got a lot on my plate. Sorry, I've got a lot on my plate right now. Cut me some slack. I'm new, cut me some slack. Let's not go there. My ex. Let's not go there. I'm right behind you. Whatever you decide, I'm right behind you. No hard feelings. I got the promotion instead. No hard feelings, right? That's beside the point. Maybe, but that's beside the point. I'll pass. Another drink? I'll pass. Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Here he comes. I owe you an apology. I owe you an apology for last night. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love the idea. Easier said than done. Just relax. Easier said than done. I'm all ears. You have a plan? I'm all ears. You've got a point. Okay, you've got a point there. That's none of your business. Who I date is none of your business. I'm on it. Fix the report? I'm on it. It's not what it looks like. I know this looks bad. It's not what it looks like. I could use some help. Honestly, I could use some help here. Let's just say it didn't go well. Let's just say it didn't go well. I wasn't born yesterday. Nice try. I wasn't born yesterday. That ship has sailed. Apologize now? That ship has sailed. Take it or leave it. This is my final offer. Take it or leave it. I'm not in the mood. Can we joke later? I'm not in the mood. You have no idea. You have no idea how hard this was. I'll level with you. I'll level with you. This won't be easy. That's a stretch. Him, a spy? That's a stretch. Bear with me. Bear with me. This'll make sense soon. I hate to break it to you. I hate to break it to you, but he's married. Let's cut to the chase. Let's cut to the chase. Do you love her or not? I'm running late. Sorry, I'm running late. Trust me on this. Trust me on this. Don't sign it. I'll give you that. He's annoying, but he's smart. I'll give you that. Don't push it. I'm letting this go. Don't push it. That's a low blow. Bringing up my dad? That's a low blow. I'm not buying it. You're fine. I'm not buying it. You're overreacting. It's just a scratch. You're overreacting. Let's keep it that way. No drama tonight. Let's keep it that way. That's rich coming from you. You're lecturing me on honesty? That's rich coming from you. I'll be the judge of that. Is it safe? I'll be the judge of that. Don't make this weird. It's just a hug. Don't make this weird. I'm not falling for that. Nice try. I'm not falling for that. Let it go. It's over. Just let it go. You know what I mean. He's complicated. You know what I mean? I mean business. Get out. I mean business. Watch your back. This town's dangerous. Watch your back. I'm just saying. Maybe you're wrong. I'm just saying. That's the last thing I need. A scandal right now? That's the last thing I need. I've had enough. I've had enough of your excuses. I'm done talking about this. I'm done talking about this. Drop it. Don't play dumb. Don't play dumb. You knew all along. I'm not here to judge. Do what you want. I'm not here to judge. That's a good look for you. Jealous. That's a good look for you. I'm not proud of it. I lied, and I'm not proud of it. Let's keep this between us. Let's keep this between us, okay? I owe you nothing. After what you did, I owe you nothing. You've got some nerve. You've got some nerve showing up here. I'm not the one who started this. I'm not the one who started this. That's not fair. You get all the credit? That's not fair. I'm not asking twice. Sit down. I'm not asking twice. Deal with it. I made my choice. Deal with it. I'm not doing this right now. I'm not doing this right now. I'm exhausted. You're missing the point. No, you're missing the point entirely. I'll take my chances. Risky? I'll take my chances. Don't test me. I'm warning you, don't test me. I'm not mad, just disappointed. I'm not mad, just disappointed in you. That's a first. You apologizing? That's a first. I'm not surprised. He bailed again? I'm not surprised. Let's get one thing straight. Let's get one thing straight. I'm in charge. I don't do that anymore. Drink? I don't do that anymore. You'll thank me later. Trust me, you'll thank me later. I'm not here for this. Drama? I'm not here for this. That's rough. You lost your job? That's rough. I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later, I promise. Don't remind me. My exam is tomorrow. Don't remind me. I'm working on it. Where's the report? I'm working on it. You had one job. Lock the door. You had one job. That's not my problem. You missed the deadline? That's not my problem. I'm out. This plan is crazy, I'm out. Let's table this. Let's table this for now and move on. I'm putting my foot down. No more excuses, I'm putting my foot down. You owe me an explanation. Where were you? You owe me an explanation. That's a wrap. Good work, everyone. That's a wrap. I'll take your word for it. You say you're fine. I'll take your word for it. Let's not make a big deal out of this. It's just a mistake. Let's not make a big deal out of this. I'm not in the business of lying. I'm not in the business of lying to my friends. You're barking up the wrong tree. If you think I did this, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm not going anywhere. Whatever happens, I'm not going anywhere. Let's face it. Let's face it, we're not getting that deal. I didn't sign up for this. Babysitting duty? I didn't sign up for this. You're playing with fire. Dating your boss? You're playing with fire. I'm not one to judge, but that outfit is bold. That's water under the bridge. Our fight last year? That's water under the bridge now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. This looks bad. Let's see where this goes. No labels, let's just see where this goes. I'm holding you to that. You promised dinner. I'm holding you to that. Don't hold your breath. Waiting for an apology? Don't hold your breath. I'm not in a position to say. Did they get fired? I'm not in a position to say. That's a whole different story. Dating him is fine. Marrying him is a whole different story. I'm not looking for trouble. Relax. I'm not looking for trouble. You're reading too much into it. It was just a text. You're reading too much into it. I've got nothing to hide. Search my bag. I've got nothing to hide. Let's keep our options open. No decisions yet. Let's keep our options open. I'm not one for surprises. Please tell me now. I'm not one for surprises. That's a bit much. A marching band for a birthday? That's a bit much. I'm just trying to help. Don't yell at me. I'm just trying to help. You're putting words in my mouth. I never said that. You're putting words in my mouth. I'm not finished yet. Sit down, I'm not finished yet. Let's not jump to conclusions. We don't know the full story. Let's not jump to conclusions. I'm not about to apologize for that. I meant what I said. I'm not about to apologize for that. That's the least of my worries. My car broke down, but that's the least of my worries right now. You're pushing your luck. Ask for a raise now? You're pushing your luck. I'm not looking for a fight. Back off. I'm not looking for a fight. Let's leave it at that. We disagree. Let's just leave it at that. I'm not the bad guy here. I told the truth. I'm not the bad guy here. That's a load off my mind. The test came back clean. That's a load off my mind. You're one to talk. You're calling me messy? You're one to talk. I'm not going to beg. If you don't want to come, I'm not going to beg. Let's not kid ourselves. Let's not kid ourselves. This was never going to work. I'm not looking to start anything. I just came for the food. I'm not looking to start anything. That's not how it works. You can't just quit and expect a bonus. That's not how it works. You're overstepping. This isn't your call. You're overstepping. I'm not in the mood for games. Just tell me straight. I'm not in the mood for games. Let's just say I've been better. How are you? Let's just say I've been better. I'm not the enemy here. Stop yelling, I'm not the enemy here. That's not a good look. Showing up drunk to the meeting? That's not a good look. You're skating on thin ice. One more mistake and you're skating on thin ice. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The numbers are bad. Let's get real for a second. Let's get real for a second. This plan won't work. I'm not chasing anyone. If she's not interested, I'm not chasing anyone. That's a conversation for another time. Money issues? That's a conversation for another time. You're jumping the gun. We haven't even decided yet. You're jumping the gun. I'm not one to complain, but this coffee is terrible. Let's keep things civil. We may disagree, but let's keep things civil. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. He's mad? I'm not going to lose sleep over it. That's not my call to make. Firing him isn't my call to make. You're grasping at straws. That excuse? You're grasping at straws. I'm not one to brag, but I nailed it. I'm not one to brag, but I nailed that presentation. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not beat around the bush. Just tell me. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm not trying to be difficult. I just need more time. That's easier said than shown. Sure, be confident. That's easier said than shown. You're testing my patience. Ask me one more time, and you're testing my patience. I'm not in a rush. Take your time. I'm not in a rush. Let's not lose our heads. It's just a small setback. Let's not lose our heads. I'm not one to pry, but are you okay? I'm not one to pry, but are you okay? That's a slippery slope. Letting him skip one class is a slippery slope. You're missing out. Not coming to the party? You're missing out. I'm not comfortable with that. Sharing my number publicly? I'm not comfortable with that. Let's not sweat the small stuff. It's a minor typo. Let's not sweat the small stuff. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just telling you what happened. I'm not looking for sympathy. That's a lot to take in. Losing the job and the apartment? That's a lot to take in. You're crossing a line. Reading my messages, you're crossing a line. I'm not one to sit still. Give me a task. I'm not one to sit still. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. Just sign the papers. Let's not make this harder than it has to be. I'm not chasing ghosts. The past is the past. I'm not chasing ghosts. That's a matter of opinion. Best pizza in town? That's a matter of opinion. You're digging yourself a hole. Lying again? You're digging yourself a hole. I'm not made of money. Another shopping trip? I'm not made of money. Let's not go down that road. Talking about exes, let's not go down that road. I'm not asking for much. Just a little respect. I'm not asking for much. That's a whole other can of worms. Bringing up the inheritance is a whole other can of worms. You're reading me wrong. I'm not upset. You're reading me wrong. I'm not letting this slide. You broke your promise. I'm not letting this slide. Let's not overthink it. It's just coffee. Let's not overthink it. I'm not backing down. No matter what you say, I'm not backing down. That's not the point I'm making. Sure, but that's not the point I'm making. You're putting me in a tough spot. Asking me to lie for you puts me in a tough spot. I'm not going to pretend everything's fine. I'm not going to pretend everything's fine when it's not. Let's not drag this out. We both know the answer. Let's not drag this out. I'm not the type to hold grudges. I'm not the type to hold grudges, so we're good. That's above my pay grade. Deciding company policy? That's above my pay grade. You're setting yourself up for disappointment. Expecting him to change? You're setting yourself up for disappointment. I'm not letting you off the hook that easy. An apology's not enough. I'm not letting you off the hook that easy. Let's not make assumptions. We don't know why she left. Let's not make assumptions. I'm not trying to pick a fight. I'm not trying to pick a fight. I just want answers. That's the story of my life. Missed the bus again? That's the story of my life. You're not seeing the big picture. Focus on the deadline. You're not seeing the big picture. I'm not one to gossip, but did you hear? I'm not one to gossip, but did you hear about them? Let's not point fingers. We're all a little at fault. Let's not point fingers. I'm not okay with that. Canceling last minute? I'm not okay with that. That's not how I remember it. You started the fight. That's not how I remember it. You're really testing me right now. Another excuse? You're really testing me right now. I'm not in the loop on this. Sorry, I'm not in the loop on this one. Let's just leave it as it is. It's fine the way it is. Let's just leave it as it is. That's the whole point. Save money, that's the whole point.